Hello and welcome to Flight Path. I'm Chris Jones, the Public Affairs and Marketing Manager at McCarran International Airport. Whether you want to charge your laptop, cell phone, or tablet, the power you need is just an outlet away. Here's a look at how McCarran helps customers recharge their power-hungry devices.
For today's airport customer, portable electronic devices are as essential to travel as is carry-on luggage. Charging up those devices while on the go can be a challenge for travelers who often look for outlets when battery power is low. The Clark County Department of Aviation is making it easier for travelers to charge their portable electronic devices. This effort initially began with branded recharge zones at various locations throughout McCarran's terminals. Each area contains multiple bar stool style seats, a work counter, and power outlets. When the project began in 2005, recharge zones were installed in areas where payphones used to be located. That required customers to go to that specific location to power up. But as the demand for power increased, the airport found more convenient ways to bring power to the passengers.
What we're really trying to do at this point is bring the power to the people, wherever the people are, whether they're sitting in the gate area, the hold room, down at check-in, sitting enjoying a meal in one of our restaurants, they'll have the power right there where they need it.
Typically, passengers carry at least one electronic device with them while traveling. In recent years, however, the Department of Aviation began to notice that many passengers use up to 3 devices at a time, requiring even more charging outlets. To meet the new demand, McCarran installed power plugs beneath the chairs in seating areas throughout the airport and power towers at the sea gates.
I love it because I forget to charge my phone all the time. And when I travel, that's a real inconvenience. So having them accessible and close by makes it easy on me as a traveler.
Passengers also enjoy the ability to recharge electronic devices while refueling themselves. McCarran is partnering with our airport tenants to make these concession areas more power-friendly.
We've worked very closely with Host, who provides the food and beverage, and in any of their remodels, they are actually making sure that they add recharge capability throughout.
McCarran also introduced new charging lounges. These areas feature tables and chairs where passengers can enjoy food or beverages, catch up on email, or surf the internet, all while charging their electronics in a relaxing atmosphere. Don't worry if you forgot to pack your 2 or 3-prong power adapter. Many of the recharging locations accept USB cords too. No adapter needed. It's just one more way that McCarran tries to assist passengers by keeping their electronic lifelines powered at all times.
Las Vegas continues to be a popular travel destination for visitors from all over the world. The number of international passengers flying into McCarran increased 12.4% in 2014. McCarran now has a new pilot program in place with U.S. Customs and Border Protection that gives international flights even more flexibility to operate at McCarran.
Travel and tourism play a critical role in Southern Nevada's economic growth. International passengers are essential to the success of the destination as they typically spend more money and stay longer than domestic travelers.
Bienvenue, je m'appelle Lac du Vietnam. C'est ma nouvelle maison, Las Vegas.
International travelers who choose Las Vegas as their destination must pass through the U.S. Customs and Border Protection facility located at Terminal 3.
Since 2009, the number of international travelers at McCarran has increased more than 60%. As this market segment continues to grow, the demand for CBP services also increases.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection and McCarran International Airport took steps to increase the availability of federal inspection services. Section 559 of the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2014 allows the CBP to expand operating hours through reimbursable service agreements.
Have your passport open to the photo ID.
The Nevada Congressional Delegation championed the selection of McCarran, a program participant.
This is a tremendous benefit for our airport, and what it will do is give the convenience, the flexibility, and even capacity for our international traveler to come to Las Vegas when it's convenient for them.
The director of the Clark County Department of Aviation and the director of field operations for the U.S. Customs and Border Protection recently signed a memorandum of understanding allowing the pilot program at McCarran.
We fully recognize the positive economic impact that additional flights to an airport like McCarran can really have, not only on the airport itself, but on the local community and the stakeholders involved. So we now for the first time have a mechanism where the stakeholders can pay for these additional services that they're requested from U.S. Customs and Border Protection.
Reimbursable services under Section 559 include customs, immigration, and agricultural processing, salaries for additional staff, and overtime expenses at airports. By allowing the aircraft operator to pay for these services when needed after hours, the 559 program expands federal inspection services at McCarran to 24/7 without impacting the regular CBP overtime budget. Requesting CBP services through the 559 program for general aviation customers is just a click away on the airport's website, McCarran.com. From the home page, customers simply select Fly, then GA CBP reservations. With advanced approval, international flights can now arrive and depart when it's convenient for the airline or aircraft operator, and CBP staff will be available to provide all the necessary services.
The new program is an innovative way to meet the increased demands on CBP's existing resources while improving service to our international passengers, and that's a benefit to the Southern Nevada economy.
Security is a top priority at McCarran International Airport. The Department of Aviation has a security team who uses its eyes, ears, and noses to keep our passengers safe. And that's why the K9 team is at your service.
All right, let's go, girl.
McCarran uses dogs for detecting explosives because their super sensitive noses are ideal for uncovering those types of odors. These particular breeds excel in detection work because of their drive to work and please.
Good girl.
With more than 110,000 travelers a day, McCarran can be a distracting place to work for the K9 companions.
We do what's called an acclimation period. We do period times throughout the day to get them exposed to various parts of the airport in order to get accustomed to those distractions, those novel odors, those different types of movements and elements that are around the airport.
The dogs and their handlers get specialized training through a Transportation Security Administration program at Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio. The handlers also study canine behavior. Once on the job, the dogs and handlers train a minimum of 6 hours a week.
Our goal is to provide a safe environment for our visitors. We have over 40 million visitors that come here a year annually, and the teams are here to provide a safe place for them to come in and out.
McCarran's K9 team works and trains all over the airport in ticketing and baggage claim.
Hi, how are you?
At the security checkpoints and throughout the concourses and gate areas at Terminal 1 and Terminal 3. They also patrol behind the scenes in cargo.
Good girl.
If you see the dogs playing with a nearly indestructible rubber toy, then you know they've been rewarded for doing a good job. But remember, no matter how cute the dogs are, touching or petting from anyone besides the handlers is not allowed on the job.
A lot of times during our shift, a lot of people want to come up and pet our dogs. Although we appreciate that, we let them know that these are work dogs. It's very important for them to be focused and stay on track.
The highly skilled handlers and their K9 companions add an extra layer of security to the nation's 9th busiest airport. And that's why the K9 team is at your service.
According to data from the United States Census Bureau, nearly 1/3 of Clark County's residents are Hispanic or Latino. In an effort to better serve this segment of our community, McCarran Flight Path features a segment in Spanish with English subtitles. To tell us more about Wi-Fi at the airport, let's hear from McCarran's Gabriela Muro.
En el año 2005, el Departamento de Aviación lanzó a través del aeropuerto McCarran el servicio gratis de Wi-Fi, conexión inalámbrica a Internet, la cual ha resultado ser una de las redes más grandes de Wi-Fi gratis en un aeropuerto de Estados Unidos. Desde entonces, dicho servicio ha demostrado ser muy popular con los clientes del aeropuerto.
Wi-Fi está disponible en todas las zonas públicas del aeropuerto, permitiendo que los clientes con teléfonos inteligentes, tabletas y ordenadores tengan acceso ilimitado a Internet con alta velocidad.
Wi-Fi también está disponible en las zonas de embarque. Los pasajeros tendrán acceso a Internet mientras que el avión está estacionado. Una vez que el avión comience a moverse, los pasajeros deben seguir las reglas de la aerolínea con respecto al uso de dispositivos electrónicos. El acceder al Wi-Fi es muy sencillo. En su dispositivo electrónico, abra su navegador y seleccione McCarran Wi-Fi. Enseguida seleccione el botón Accept y Continue y luego seleccione el botón Click here to go online. El sistema de Wi-Fi gratuito también es compatible con las aplicaciones empresarias internas de las compañías aéreas y los inquilinos del aeropuerto McCarran.
Esto ayuda con la eficacia y a mantener bajos los costos de operación del aeropuerto.
Passengers at McCarran have a variety of new choices for grabbing a fast snack, eating a great sit-down meal, or just relaxing with a beverage. Here's what's new at the airport.
Terminal 1's Esplanade level has a fabulous new food and beverage area, pre-security for customers who are traveling or picking up friends or family. Wendy's is a nationally recognized quick-serve option, offering fast favorites including burgers, salads, and wraps. Adjacent is a new light-filled dining area that gives customers a place to relax, eat, and charge their electronic devices.
We also have the new layover bar, which offers a great view, as you can see behind me. They specialize in margaritas and Bloody Marys. It is a great place.
The B Gates offer the recently opened Red Star Lounge, a full-service bar which serves beer, wine, and spirits.
This year also welcomes great changes over at the C Gates. We're looking to remodel the entire food court area as well as the Jose Cuervo restaurant.
McCarran recently welcomed a new Chili's restaurant to the southwest wing of the D Gates. The nationally recognized restaurant offers passengers a variety of fresh food, from burgers to salads.
Over at Terminal 3, we have a great new addition in the baggage claim area, and that is a Starbucks. Most people worldwide know that Starbucks is known for their great coffee and drinks, but there's also a small sampling of food as well. Also at T3 Ticketing, we have a Chow Market, which is kind of a grab and go, offers drinks, snacks, pre-wrapped sandwiches, but again, those are pre-security, so anyone that is traveling through must consume the drinks prior to going through security.
Additionally, Terminal 3 offers travelers, post-security, on the international side, PGA Tour Grill. The eatery's menu features wraps, salads, and fresh foods in a relaxed environment with plenty of comfortable seating. The Department of Aviation conducts passenger surveys to find out how to better serve the millions of travelers who pass through. For a full list of what's available in all the areas of the airport, visit our website at McCarran.com.
Recently, the departures curb at Terminal 1 got a makeover, transforming a once thirsty, grassy area into a water-smart desert landscape. Approximately 120,000 square feet of turf were removed to make way for the drought-tolerant plants and landscape rock. The new area features a logo made out of rock landform. 30 palm trees were also relocated to the area. By removing the turf, the Department of Aviation gained substantial savings in water and maintenance costs while being an even more responsible community partner. The landscaping project is part of the airport's ongoing efforts to make the airport more sustainable over the long term by reducing the amount of time, money, resources, and energy required to operate the facilities. The Department of Aviation now uses environmentally friendly cleaning products we produce on site. We were one of the first airports in the United States to utilize the Hydrus on-site generation system by Ecolabs. It's one more way that we're trying to keep McCarran growing green.
Instead of using harsh chemicals to sanitize the airport, McCarran's custodial department makes their own environmentally safe cleaning solutions. The process begins with this next-generation cleaning system in which a mineral activator tablet is added to the device and mixed with filtered tap water.
Then a patented process creates a brine solution that flows through a 3-chamber electrolytic cell. The result is a trio of different cleaning solutions.
We just grab the bottles, fill it up, and it's ready to use.
Marisol Mendoza, along with other custodians, refill the cleaning bottles as needed. The system generates hospital-grade disinfectant that can kill multiple viruses within 5 minutes. From a single machine, custodians can choose 3 different cleaning solutions: a one-step sanitizing cleaner, an all-purpose sanitizer and glass cleaner, and a daily floor cleaner.
We also like that it's a safer product for our custodians and staff to use. It does not require personal protective equipment to utilize like most cleaning solutions do. And the reason for that is because at its core it's basically water.
In addition to the eco-friendly nature of the cleaners, McCarran found a cost savings benefit by using this system. The department no longer has to pay to store and ship cleaning supplies from a factory, as everything can be made in-house.
We're saving about 5,200 cases a year of cleaning product. and that translates anywhere from $20,000 to $40,000 a year in savings.
The Department of Aviation sees eco-savings primarily the plastic bottles are reused and not disposed in a landfill. And secondly, because we no longer have to ship bottles of cleaner in cardboard boxes. There's no more packaging to dispose of. It's a win-win for McCarran and ultimately benefits our passengers that travel through the airport every day.
We do feel that it's very important to not only provide a safe airport for passengers and employees alike, but it's also important to be as good of a community neighbor as we can. We are always looking for ways to improve our sustainability.
These solutions are EPA approved and have been effective at cleaning and disinfecting the airport.
The products are non-toxic, which is safer for McCarran employees and the environment. And that is just one more way the airport is going green.
The McCarran Rent-A-Car Center is the go-to facility for passengers who need to rent a vehicle while visiting Las Vegas. With 12 on-site rental companies housed under one roof, the center keeps our customers on the move with the convenience of one-stop shopping.
Opened in 2007 and located just 3 miles from the airport, McCarran's Rent-A-Car Center has convenient freeway access to both Interstates 15, 215, and the world-famous Las Vegas Strip. The center is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and features state-of-the-art customer service facilities, including a 3-story parking garage that can store up to 4,500 vehicles. Getting to and from the Rent-A-Car Center is easy. McCarran's fleet of 48 blue and white courtesy shuttle buses transports customers between the airport and the center, often in about 10 minutes. The shared shuttle service eases roadway congestion while freeing up valuable curb space and means the next bus is always yours. Rental car pickup from Terminal 1 is located on Level 1. Customers should follow the signs from baggage claim to the rental car shuttle, located at the center median outside doors 10 and 11. From Terminal 3's zero level, passengers will find the rental car shuttles located outside doors 51 through 54 on the west side of the terminal and doors 55 through 58 if you're on the east side.
Buses literally leave one right behind the other. Normally, under most circumstances, there is a bus already waiting for the passenger when he exits the building.
More than 6 million customers are transported each year between the airport terminals and the McCarran Rent-A-Car Center. The buses are ADA equipped and special loading areas are available for customers with disabilities or those who need special assistance. Once inside the center, customers have 12 on-site rental car companies to choose from. There are also several off-site companies which require an additional shuttle. Customers can check with their individual rental car companies beforehand to determine the vehicle pickup location.
Well, the most important thing is to make a reservation. Surprisingly, people do show up without reservations.
Once the paperwork is complete, most customers are in and out in about 15 to 20 minutes. The center rents nearly 1.6 million cars per year, and the busiest days often fall on Fridays and Mondays of 3-day weekends. When returning a vehicle, follow the signs to the rental car return entrance located at 7135 Gillespie Street. Continue following the overhead signs to the appropriate car rental company. After returning your vehicle, proceed through the lobby and out the main entrance to the shuttles. Buses depart to the airport approximately every 5 minutes. All customers need to know is which terminal, either 1 or 3, their flight is departing from. McCarran.com is a great resource for travelers interested in renting or returning vehicles. Under the Go tab, select Rental Cars from the drop-down menu for a list of on-site companies, telephone numbers, and driving directions to and from the center.
The Department of Aviation owns more than 14,000 acres of property in Clark County. Of that, nearly 9,000 acres are vacant and mostly fall within the flight paths, noise compatibility zones, and safety areas of the airports. Here's how the airport manages this property, keeping it safe and clean.
Most residents recognize these iconic parts of an airport. But this area is also the Department of Aviation's property. Generally located inside the flight path or buffer zones, this land is maintained by the airport's Property Patrol.
Property Patrol, this is Dustin.
This committed team takes calls when residents report illegal trespassing, graffiti, or dumping. In addition to inspecting each parcel of land on a monthly basis, the airport's Property Patrol also removes trash that is dumped on airport property.
When did it show up? Over the weekend?
It had to have been between last Thursday, Friday, and then...
The Department of Aviation relies on community involvement to inform the airport when dumping or other activity occurs.
It could be every day, every other day. We get a call like this, and this stuff shows up overnight or on a weekend, and it feels good to get it done.
This airport property falls within a noise contour that may be affected by aircraft noise and is therefore unsuitable for residential use. Some land also remains vacant as a runway protection zone to enhance safety next to the airport. All of these areas are clearly marked with signage. The Department of Aviation Property Management Team oversees these areas that are used as buffer zones between the airport and residential or commercial property. Over time, if flight characteristics change the noise contours or property is not needed for airport operations, the Department of Aviation may sell available vacant land.
So we've added a real estate section to our Doing Business website, and it has an interactive map which shows which properties will accept interest forms on.
The Department of Aviation relies on community involvement to help keep airport property neat and tidy. If residents witness graffiti, illegal dumping, or fence damage, they can call 702-261-3867 to report any problems. The Department of Aviation also joins with community partners like the Spring Mountain Youth Camp to organize cleanup events on vacant airport property. The teenagers help paint over graffiti and remove debris, making these areas blend into our southern Nevada landscape. It's all part of a coordinated effort, working with Clark County residents to keep their airport and our community secure, clean, and beautiful.
Nevada's second busiest airport opened more than 70 years ago. North Las Vegas Airport, as we know it today, was a very important resource for pilots of that era. But on the same day as the airport's debut, there was another historic event, one that impacted the grand opening festivities and forever changed the history of the United States.
In the late 30s, Florence and John Murphy undertook a huge development project. The two pilots searched sagebrush-covered desert for a suitable airport location. They found it along Old Tonopah Highway, which is now Rancho Drive. The young couple cleared an area for a runway, built a few hangars, and planned to open a small rural airport. On December 7, 1941, Skyhaven Airport, which would eventually become North Las Vegas Airport, was scheduled to have a grand opening celebration. But the celebration ended almost before it began.
Now you may recognize the date. It was not an auspicious opening. On December 7, 1941, that is the date that World War II started for the United States. That's when Pearl Harbor was bombed.
We saw this plane from the Army Air Base flying, hedge hopping over here, and we thought he was coming over to join us. Instead of that, he came over to shut us down.
The airport would have to wait several months before planes would roar down its runways. Florence Murphy managed the airport throughout World War II.
Now, Florence went on, of course, to become the first female vice president of a scheduled airline in the history of the United States, and went on to break all kinds of glass ceilings.
The Murphys eventually sold the airport, which had several other owners before the Department of Aviation purchased the facility in 1987.
Clark County purchased the airport as a reliever for McCarran, and over the years it has grown and flourished, and we have approximately 200,000 takeoff and landings per year, and we have services such as fueling. Also we have maintenance bases for full service maintenance, and we have 5 flight schools, and also we are an asset to the community. We provide service for Metro Search and Rescue, also Civil Air Patrol.
Despite its rocky beginnings, the North Las Vegas Airport has grown to become a valued facility that provides important services to the local community.
McCarran recently established an internship program with the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. The program connects local college students with career opportunities at the airport while helping the Department of Aviation enhance its customer service initiatives.
Carousel 2. So down this way on your right-hand side.
Juniors and seniors enrolled at the world-renowned William F. Harrah College of Hotel Administration with grade point averages of 3.0 or higher were selected through an interview process conducted by the Department of Aviation.
I grew up in Las Vegas. I was born and raised, so I always had an interest in the hotels here. And as part of our school, we were required to do an internship. So when I saw the airport one come up, I thought that one would be really interesting.
I was surprised at how big the scope of the airport is and how much responsibility they have. I was not aware they had entire rental car agencies that's run by the airport.
This year's pilot program gave 4 students the opportunity to work in the terminal operations and business divisions at McCarran.
The students are able to come and actually work the front line, actually learn the operation and learn what our initiative's going to be. And what we get from them is their ideas and their thoughts of how we're going to evolve this in the future.
Students are gaining valuable real-world experience in the hospitality industry while learning about aviation.
Yeah, I love working here. It's such a different atmosphere. I like the business setting, and then I also like going out and meeting with the retailers. I also get to see customers. We get to work with them, and that's something I enjoy doing.
I'm an international student. I fly a lot, so I know if an airport can provide really good service, that's really important to us.
The internship program enables McCarran to develop young professionals in the community who may be seeking careers in the aviation industry. UNLV's College of Hotel Administration was selected because of its expertise in hospitality, which fits with McCarran's goal to provide the best customer service possible.
By being a partner with the airport, we're creating a broader range of hospitality for our students to experience. We've always been very open and driven towards travel experience as well. So we want to make sure that the bookends of any traveler's experience are very strong, and that's going to be McCarran Airport.
McCarran could expand the internship program by bringing in more students and reaching out to the other UNLV schools. Selected interns with exceptional performance may be asked to continue in the program for an additional semester and possibly compete for future career opportunities at McCarran.
The Department of Aviation was proud to be a part of this year's Nevada Reading Week. More than a dozen members of McCarran's team participated in the festivities by reading stories and discussing the overall importance of literacy to students. We tagged along with Director of Aviation Rosemary Vasiliadis as she read to a group of third graders at Jean Ward Elementary School. Take a look.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Mrs.
So thank you for letting me come and share a little bit of your day and participate in this very, very special week that the school district has with Nevada Reading Week. And I just love this book. And the one reason that I love this book, number one, is we all have to read. Reading is really, really important in life, in everything that we do. So we are going to start with Library Mouse, A Friend's Tale. Sam was a library mouse. He lived in a little hole in the wall behind the children's reference books. Sam loved to read. He also loved to write. Everyone loved his little books, but Sam was very shy.
I think seeing members from the community come in and speak with kids about reading and how important it is to read, and then they see that they can be successful in the future and do whatever it is that they want to do.
Nobody really knew who Sam was, and that seemed to suit him just fine. We absolutely love participating in Nevada Reading Week, to go out to the community, talk about the airport, read a story, and introduce the kids to the world that is really right down the block from them.
What I liked about the story was that Library Mouse and Tom were writing books together and illustrating.
I love that the airport's part of the community. So it brings in a lot of the visitors, the tourists that come here and stay in those big mega hotels. That helps our economy, and we're part of that. And that is very, very exciting.
It's wonderful to see them so engaged, because when you're up there and you're actually doing the teaching, you're concentrating in your mind on, am I hitting this objective and this standard? But when you see the kids actually in their faces and some of their expressions when the readers are reading, and you're like, oh wow. And that's part of being a librarian, when you read and they just get excited.
Now you're ready to pack your bags and fly the skies, so have a great trip. Remember to check us out on Facebook and follow us on Twitter, and use all the resources of our website, McCarran.com. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Flight Path.